Hey everyone, it's Sarada and I Scribble, and today we're doing a final old sketchbook tour because at this point I am on 2013, and from that point on I got into a very well, first of all, I was busy being in school and that took a lot of my time, and then I also sort of got art block and was questioning my art style and saw a lot of things wrong with it, so I didn't draw as much as I do now or did before. So there are very few drawings in here. And then I'm also gonna go through 2015 and 16 because in 16 I started drawing in sketchbooks instead of loose paper, which is why I've stopped using these binders completely. I rarely put stuff in them now, and I have a, I have more of a portfolio or an archival bag now that I also put loose drawings in, and that's a lot better because I don't have to punch holes and stuff. Yeah. Okay, camera decided to cut me off, but I was just done with the intro. Also, look who went to a salon and got her nails done for the first time in her almost 30-year-long life. I love it so much. They're so pretty, and yeah, I just love it. I can't believe I haven't done this sooner. It's so fucking gorgeous. Anyway, I just swore. I'm sorry. I usually don't do that, but that shows how excited I am. Anyway, I'm gonna start with the one at the bottom and work my way towards Bokuran no Monogatari and Ichiban Idol because they're my favorites. Okay, so I'm gonna have to do this standing, so I'm sorry if my voice is suddenly very close to the camera. But I'm gonna flip that over so we can go back to front. So these are 2013. Oh my gosh. Can you even see that? It's like tiny drawings on a huge piece of paper. They're, well, they're the chibi version of my Persona. Don't know if I used that for anything. I think it was prep for this. This was a comic strip I did. So my friend, he was away working, so we couldn't hang out, and we were writing letters to each other, which was super fun. Like actual physical letters. It was like the best couple of months ever. It was so fun. I love pen paling. I really miss doing that. And I kind of want to start some kind of circle, like art pen pal circle. It would be cool, and I'm still thinking about that. Anyway, I had gone to town and slipped on some ice, so I told him about that, and he commented that he would probably have, had he been with me, he would have tried to save me, but it probably wouldn't have gone well because, like, he pretends he's clumsy, but he's not really. But yeah, he simply said that if I tried to save you, we'd probably both end up on the ground. So yeah. I don't know. I like that. I think I sent him a printed version of it. Oh yeah, here's more like the thumbnails and mini designs. Let's see. We have some falling stars. This is Elias and his fire tattoo. I wanted to do a series of pictures where I was sort of bringing out an aspect of these characters, because I did one really nice, I think the sketch is in here, of Ravi. Yeah, it's right here. I did this one of Ravi that I finished digitally and I really loved it. And I wanted to do more, but I never got around to, like, I've sketched Elias twice, and I think I've done Claire once, but I was never satisfied with those. Another headshot of Davi. I have a lot of doodles from when I was working at preschool, kindergarten, same thing. But yeah, because the kids there, they didn't draw a lot. But I drew a lot, so they got interested in drawing, and I just found that very rewarding to be able to inspire kids to be creative. And there was this one girl, she was so intense when she drew. Here is more stuff. Because, why are you not focused? There we go. She was so intense because she asked me to draw a picture of what's her name in English? She's a Swedish character. Pippi. Long stocking in English, right? But yeah, she asked me to draw a picture of her, and I did, and then we photocopied that so the other kids could color it. And then when she's sitting down to draw, she asks me to give her the right colors, because she wanted to get, the other kids were just like going about coloring in their own way, and they knew sort of what colors she wore, like blue and red and yellow and stuff like that. But she was like, no, I need to know the exact colors. So what I did, I took my own sketch that I had done. I don't think I have, maybe I have it here. We'll see. I took my own sketch, and then I just did small color swatches in each area. So on her hair, I did a bit of orange, and she copied that down perfectly, and like she was so good at it. I hope she becomes an artist, because she was so intensely like focused on her drawings. I drew a butterfly once that she copied, like she copied my drawing herself, and then when she colored it, she inverted the colors on the wings. So I think one wing she did purple, yellow, like purple in the big areas and yellow in the small, and then on the other wing she did yellow in the big areas and purple in the small. And it was just so fascinating to see her draw, because she was so intense. So intense. I did a lot of these cute girls. I guess I was kind of into Lolita-ish stuff. I'm still kind of into Lolita-ish stuff. I wish I could spend the money on Lolita stuff, but I don't dare. But yeah, very quick doodle. More doodles. These were probably stuff I did on breaks. I usually drew more colorful and simple things when I was with the kids, because that would get them more inspired. And this is from 2014 too. So now we move to 2014. This is Persona 4 fan character art. I have a fan character for Persona 4. Her name is what? Kondo Yuzuyu is her name. Her name is Kondo Yuzuyu. She was really good friends with Saki. I have a whole thing. I really integrate my own characters when I do this. But anyway, this is her persona, and I gave her the persona Hell. One of Loki's kids, because that's my thing. When I make persona OCs, their personas are Loki's kids, or Norse mythology creatures. So in Persona 3, I did Fenrir and then Skull and Hati for that OC. And then in Persona 5, which I still need to get and play, but that means I have to hang out at my brother's place because he's the one with the PS4 and I don't want to spend money on a console just for one game. But yeah, in Persona 5 I picked... No, wait, Sleipnir is also one of Loki's kids, never mind. But yeah, and then, but yeah, this is Hel, and I really like her designs. Very, very simple. But yeah, so that's the thing. Oh, and these are pages, if you remember an older video of a sketchbook tour, I had a sketchbook that had not fared very well. It had been rained on and coffeed on, and it was just awful. So here are a few of the pages I cut out of it. I'm not sure if you saw those pages in that one actually, but these are god characters from this from my elemental story. So this is Uranus. I say it like that because I've always said it like that. But yeah, this is Uranus, and she is the ice goddess. And here is Mars, fire god, and Jupiter, lightning goddess. So I had, ooh, this one too. This was just my persona, basically. I kind of like this. I really liked the anatomy I had back then. Of course, this one is pretty okay, but I really had trouble with eye distance. I had a long time where I drew eyes very far apart, and it still bothers me. But yeah, so those were from that sketchbook that never survived. Oh, sketching on watercolor paper. I'm not sure how I feel about doing that. I used my mini-me on my K-pop channel, and then I gave her different outfits and had it like sort of like a cover or intro picture for all my videos. So these were like new designs for that. I don't know why I drew on watercolor paper because I never intended on coloring them. Oh, These I remember I did in school during a lecture. What is going... No, it's 15. That's why it looks weird. Upside down it says 12. I got confused. So we're in 2015 there. Ooh, these are thumbnails for my... Okay, so now we're in 2016, by the way. These are thumbnails for my first Inktober. Can you see them at all? Probably not, so let's lift them up. So these were sort of standalone pieces. That one I did. That one I didn't do, but I really like it. Tsubasa and his plans, and that always by your side. And then I have the Steven Universe stuff here. Ooh, can you see them? They're sort of... There we go. And then we have more standalone pieces. That's Tsukino one. Never did that one. And then I have Shinda, Maho, and Sui for the Mushishi thing. I actually had a fourth one too, but I never did it. And then I have Yoda. That one looks very different in the final. And then more sketches of Steven Universe stuff, because I wasn't that into the ones I did for Garnet and Pearl. So yeah, that was that. Ooh, some more Spectrum Noir drawings. I really like this one. It turned out really cute. The paper is from a sketchbook. It's very smooth, so I think the texture lends itself very well to the markers. I really like these. I had a few weeks where I did these. I did a color block and then I shaded using a contrasting color, and I really like that. This one turned out exceptionally well too. Here is my 10-minute challenge. When I started this channel, I did a lot of challenges. Let's do a new round of challenges. It would be fun. Just like bonus videos on Thursdays, because challenge videos are generally kind of short and they have a set theme, so they're not that hard to do. So I should really do that again. But yeah, this was my 10-minute challenge, and I was wondering, does she have eyebrows? But I think she does. It's just that they blend into her bangs very well. And then I think this is the washi tape challenge, which I should really do again because I have so many more washi tapes. Yeah, this is the washi tape thing, and I think I did marker, and I did marker under the tape in gray, so that's why I got this shadow after I put the tape on top. I have like the Pentel pocket brush, and then I think I colored her face in marker too, and then I used pencil on top of her face to get some texture. That was a Lemia Crescent challenge, the washi tape thing. Some ballpoint pen doodles that I did and really liked. I liked the contour of his face. I like that a lot. And then here is what I do when I don't want to punch holes in my drawings. I put double-sided tape. Oh, it's ripping the backside of it, who cares? And then I punch another piece of paper. But yeah, this is probably one of my first legit. Yeah, this was probably the first challenge I ever did on my channel. I still really like it. Like, the colors were super good. I wrote down what colors I used, but they mixed really well. I really like her hair. Because I got an orange, a blue, and I think I got like a tan or something like that. Let's start again. My camera also quit on me, but I think that's... Here's another one. We're still in 2016, by the way. This one here is from when I tested out my Inktober supplies. So it's a portrait of Rayleigh, and I think I used like a Pigma brush in brown, and then I made an ink wash, my first ever ink wash, and used that. It was very pale. Oh! For Steph's birthday, they did, like, this was the birthday where they got Monty the Piñata, and I got my Posca markers for the first time, and I was like, yes, I'm gonna draw a piñata, and it's ugly as hell. But I did it, and it was fun. This was another Inktober drawing. This one I remember I slept all day and had to rush it, so it's not very pretty. It's mostly Posca marker and then the brown Pigma brush liner that I'm not using. Like, it's here collecting dust. I haven't touched it. I should probably give that away too, because there's nothing wrong with it. I just don't use it. Ooh, mermaid. This is from one of my doodle days. Doodle vlogs. What the heck was that? Just because there was a Doodle Day picture before. But yeah, this is also Posca marker. I think I also did this for... not May We Draw Daily. I did a challenge during September before Inktober. And this was the result of that. Then this is last of 2016. Oh god, these children. I had this ambitious plan of developing a story about them because I created these characters during Inktober. And they are still just sitting on ice. I had a pretty good outline, but as I tried to develop it, I ran into so many problems. So I'm just gonna leave them. Like, I might draw them again. I definitely want to work more on them, but their story is gonna have to wait. I did enjoy drawing this though. I don't draw a lot with color pencil, as you can see. I'm very light-handed. A lot of people who use color pencil, they blend super intensely. And for those of you who don't know, Monster Girl and Monster Boy, but Alma Thea, call her Alma, and Castor. I tried my hand at making one of those ATC cards. This is also with the Spectrum Noir markers. The one thing these markers are good for is floral drawings. So I did some pink carnations, and I kind of wanted to do more because I have a whole sleeve here, but I never got around to it. Another drawing I didn't want to punch holes in. My local espresso house had these fake plants sitting in woven baskets on their tables, and I drew one of them. This is watercolor. Like straight out of my Cotman palette watercolor. And then this here is probably one of my first tries with the Spectrum Noir markers. It's kind of cute. But I don't like markers. That is probably one of the regrets I have. Like, I rarely regret purchasing art stuff, but those markers, they pain me. So I really need to give them to some people who will enjoy them. So, this is 2013, and I think this is more Falling Star stuff. These are drawings. Yeah, here you can see, here's another Essence of Fire drawing. This is probably a preliminary sketch for the other one you saw. Why are they not in the same folder? Now I'm questioning my... See how tiny... Can you see how tiny I drew? That drawing is barely as big as my thumb. And can you see it? This pose I've used for a digital sketch, actually. That is also something I need to do. I need to show you a lot of my digital stuff, because that is things you have not seen. Reference or character build for Davi. I think I have the other characters here too then. More Davi and a little bit of Neela. I was debating whether they should have a lion tail or like a super fluffy tail. In the end I went with the super fluffy tail. And I drew so tiny. Like these, look, this is my thumb next to a headshot. This is Elias, character build. I'm still fiddling with him. I cannot figure out, because he has to have some bit of armor, and I can't decide what to do. This is Claire. She's probably my favorite. She is so cute. Like, she's petite, but super curvy, and she's an elf with long ears, and she's a summoner, and just gorgeous. Just a random doodle of a couple. Oh, this was a gift for a friend on DeviantArt, I think. She wanted me to do a sketch of Chris from EXO, and I did. Can't say I did him justice. That man is gorgeous. Oh, here's some Sonic stuff. It was for trade. And here's more Sonic stuff. Also a commission. Oh yeah, that's why it's in here, because it's a commission. This one was fun because the colors of the characters were really cool. Like, he was black and blue and she was orange, I think, with a black outfit. Her pose is questionable though. I'm not really sure if that works. This paper is oddly thick. Look at me trying to draw big. Look at me trying to draw big. Wow. That's pretty. I really like her hand and her hair there. What else do we have? We have more Sonic stuff. I think this was one of the first commissions I got on DeviantArt. Like, I did points commissions for a while for my Sonic stuff. This was a commission of this person's OC and Cloud, and I really like doing this one because I got to do this background where they're sitting in a train, and the background is sort of the train windows out towards a night cityscape background. It was really pretty. I liked it. This is elemental stuff. So for a while I wanted to draw my elementals in more modern clothing, some fancy clothing, and I think I did it twice. Never finished. Oh, here we go. It wasn't this drawing the kids got to do at a Pippi thing, but while the kids were coloring that other sketch I did, I wanted to do a more me-style Pippi with her old clothes too, because, I don't know, the new design. It's not my Pippi! And I drew this. And one of the kids asked, "Who's that?" And I said, "Well, it's Sailor Moon." "Who's that?" I cried. Internally, I cried. It's like, how can you not know who Sailor Moon is? She is my hero. It's so sad that the kids these days don't know Sailor Moon. Yeah, here's another one. I think this one too. Like, who's that? And I'm like, oh gosh, it's Sailor Moon. I need to teach you. I need to teach you about wonderful things. Anywho, this is, I actually should get the album. I don't know how many of you know, but I like K-pop. Anyway, I really liked that Vix LR's Beautiful Liar had art in it. Like, they had these character drawings, and I'm not sure if I have it in the album still. I don't. Maybe. No, but you got, like, they drew standees for each of the boys. Like, they had art in the album, and that makes me so happy. So I tried to imitate the style. This is paint. I did it with colored pencil. But I just really like the style. Obviously, I used more yellow tones in this one than there is in that. And his chin is very long. Anyway, so that's where this is from. If you could see, I'm sorry, we're so far down. Okay, we have a watercolor here. Oh, yes. This is, well, Frisk or Chara, whatever. But, well, I guess I should say it's, it was my Frisk anyway, how I interpreted their design. And I did this in watercolor. I really like how I managed to shade the hair. Turned out really cute. Oops, stop. So that was 2014. We're on 2014 now. Oh gosh, I got into I got into Steven Universe, and that was a history of its own. This is my sort of OC. She's very skinny. She's actually a quartz citrine, and at that point I wasn't very good at drawing white ladies. I'm a little bit better at it now. I could still improve. Those are her colors, sort of. I wanted her to look raw. Like, I didn't want it to be like polished citrine, which is more of a yellow or pale yellow. I wanted her to have those green tints, so that's why her color scheme is like that. Some Gaster. And what else do we have? Dog is returning. Some rose quartz, because, what was that I was going to draw? But yeah, some rose quartz. I think I had references for these two at least. And then this was sort of a pose I was trying to figure out, but I never did it. I never did manage to do it. Some Steven. Yeah, this is the thumbnail. But I don't remember what happened to my final idea. I love when he makes that face. It's so cute. It was really interesting to do this though, because I've never drawn... my style is very Eastern, like Animu and Mango Eastern. So drawing more Western style was interesting. So this one is obviously sort of the final Stephen that I wanted to... Where is that one? Oh, I think I have a video of this somewhere. This is Nico, Niyama Nico from Kiss Neighbors. Kiss Neighbors, and I really like that anime. I'm sorry that I call it anime and mango, by the way, if you're offended. I just do it out of love. Like, I love this stuff so much, I call it anime and mango. So it's not like in spite or anything, I do it because I love the stuff. So please don't feel offended that I do that. But yeah, I loved her. Her design was really cute. But I was having a very bad art time, so I never finished it. Oh yeah, here's more Nico stuff. This one I definitely copied off a screenshot because it's very, very anime. It's not so much my style. What else do we have? We have some tiny thumbnails. Oh yeah, Peridot work. This was for Inktober. I was trying to figure out like a pose for her. I went with that one in the end. Can you see it? Drawing tiny when you need to figure out poses is really good because you can sort of easier see the problems with a pose, at least for me. Oh, and this was, I'll show you the rest of them. I think I have the rest of them here, but this is Flame Princess and Flame Prince, I guess. And I did, this was also at the start of my channel. I did a drawing of Princess Bubblegum and Prince Gumball, and then I did one of Marceline and Marshally, sort of like this. So I did them in pairs, and I really wanted to do it with a lot of the characters, but I never got around to more than doing those two first pairs. I really like this one though. It's a little bit static with them just standing, so I kind of want them to be more of a dancing pose. Yeah, here's Finn and Fiona, and Cake and Jake. Had to think about that one. More Flame Princess. She's probably my favorite. She's so gorgeous. And Marceline and Flame Princess. They're so gorge. So gorge. Princess Bubblegum. This one I've done in watercolor. Cheap Art Supply Challenge. This was Pokemon. I think Pokemon Go had just come out. This one I have a video on somewhere. Lapis Lazuli for also my Inktober stuff from 2016. I think I have a lot of that. Ooh, this one I like. I should do a finished drawing of this. I really like how I managed to do her face. Because like Undine, she's not really she's not a pretty character. She's badass, but she's not particularly gorgeous in that sense, like in the standard. So I just really like that I managed to make her look bad. Like I didn't beautify her too much. Camera cut me off, but what I was saying was I want to round out her chin, maybe give her a wider chin even. But yeah, Undine is so cool. Oh yeah, here is that one, Your Majesty, that I've done a watercolor of. And I guess this is... Oh yeah, Marshally and Marceline. Blood Moon or Red Moon or something I think I called it. Oh, there's the Princess Bubblegum watercolor, and the line art in this one is actually printed. And the one thing I noticed when printing line art is that I can't paint, like this is printed on a laser jet, so the paint doesn't adhere where the laser has printed. Which made me a bit sad, but it was a cool experiment. My failed Peridot piece, she turned out too tall. She turned out too much in my style. For that series, anyway. Oh, I started watching Ace of Diamond, and I was infatuated with them for like half a year. I still love them very much. But yeah, I drew Ejun, watercolors and watercolor pencils. And... this one I've done in a video, I think. Yeah, I was filming while watching Amanda Elise stream. So this one I have a video on, and I did this because Odin's Violif Tracer had just come out, and I was just really excited to play that game again. Because I'd been trying to go back to it, but the original is so slow. It's so very, very slow. These are 2016 drawings, by the way. Sketch for my Jasper piece. You can see my quartz anatomy has improved. She's quite a bit wider than what my citrine was. And I guess this is, yeah, here's rose quartz too. She could have stood to be a bit wider, I guess. Yeah, I have finished pieces of both of those. Oh boy. Okay, so that was the mostly fan art. Okay, last pile, which is this. There's a little bit at least. And it's, this blue tab means there's some Ichiban Idol stuff here too. So, this is Mars in a very cute pose. Her eyes have a little bit of a distance. I'm just gonna zoom in. I usually don't because I feel like it distorts. Oh my gosh. Zoom in, please. There we go. So I can just put them down instead of holding them up. Oh, I did a series of drawings where my Boku no Monogatari characters cosplayed animes I liked as a teenager, and I made it into a contest where I posted one of these without telling people what anime it was, and then I let people guess, and the first person who guessed right got like a drawing or something. I did this in DeviantArt, and no one got anything right. It was so frustrating to know people didn't watch these. Well, some of them were classics, others were just obscure. But like, I never finished completely. I finished this one, which was Gundam Seed. This was Sigma and Epsilon. And then I did this one. This was the last one I did, and this is Aishiteru as a Baby, which I did with Nobuko as Yuzuyu and Kazu as Kippei. And then here are the other uniforms. So I did... Where's that one? I guess I did this after I did the first drawing. But this here I did with Mayura and Hatsuharu, and this is Maihime. I need to rewatch that one. It was good. Like, it had problems, but it was good. I watched Maihime Ultima too. It was really good. This uniform, the shuffle uniform, I always really liked. It's so pretty. I was going to do that with Haruka and Yoru. And then I did the Sakura, Cardcaptor Sakura uniform, and I was going to do that with Sobi and Yuri, which are Tsuki no Tsubasa's twin kids. What did I have here? Oh, Oran High School. And I was going to do that with Tsukino's younger siblings, Akiko and Kai. So yeah. And then I did, the first drawing I did was of Tsukino and Tsubasa, and I drew them in the space suits from Stelvia of the Universe, or Utsu no Stelvia. That is also one of my favorite animes ever. It's so good. This style is very wonky though. Oh, this is a spoiler character. But yeah, it's one of my Boku no Monogatari characters. This here is a sketch I really like. I drew it after watching the music video for Spica's. Was it called Tonight? I think it was called Tonight. It was really good, really beautiful. So it's Mayura and Hatsuharu, and there was going to be this sort of pretty landscape background stuff. And, I wish I'd finished it. This is a very bad sketch of Mayura. Look at her face. There's like 2 eyes between those 2 eyes. Jesus. This is Mayura, and she is so skinny. Oh gosh. FX did a really cute song called Airplane, and I got inspired to do a couple of drawings based on that, but I never got around to it. I still drew the girls in outfits, but I never did the exact drawings I was planning to. And this is bad. Kazu. Kazu young, or Kazu teenager, and then Kazu in his 20s. He cuts his hair at some point. Everyone gets a haircut at some point. Some Mayura in a tiny pose. Come on, focus. There we go. Yeah. Oh, here is a sketch for those cosplay things. So here is Mayura and Hatsuharu in the Maihime school uniforms. And I guess, yeah, Sigma and Epsilon in the Gundam Seed uniforms. It's the pink and blue ones. I hate that they're pink and blue, by the way. It's so dumb. You can look at that gap. Look at the gap between her eyes. That is so bad. Epsilon isn't as noticeable, but it's still too wide. Headshot of Tsukino. And I guess I was practicing writing their names. I'm still not very good at it. Some young Tsukino, or late middle school Tsukino, like right before she started high school. She had really long hair when she was in middle school, and then she cut it right before she started on at Shura. Yeah. And oh, I think this is one of my, oh yeah, a chibi drawing of Tsukino that I really liked. And again, it's a single drawing on a giant piece of paper. I'm an awful human being. Oh, here's the Stelvia of the Universe thing. I really liked it because I dropped them right into a space background. Again, with the gap between the eyes. I wonder how many of my drawings I would like better if I just took the liquify tool and just sort of pulled everything closer. There would be so many drawings I could save by doing that. Oh, this one. This is still 2013. By the way, I had a lot of this stuff from 2013, I realized. This is a Veronica Maggio song, My Heart is Bleeding, and the lyrics in that one is just really sweet. And like, Veronica's music is sort of my Bokura no Monogatari music, my inspiration music. A sort of family tree. That drawing of Mayura you saw earlier, this was sort of the outfit prelim for that. And oh, is that one here? We're in 2013 still, by the way. No, we've just moved on to 2014. These were outfits for rainbow drawing that I still want to finish, even if it's 4 years old soon. I still want to finish that because I'm halfway through inking it. Problem is, my style has changed so much that I think the ink, I kind of need to redo the ink from the beginning, and I don't want to do that, so I'm contemplating what to do with it. I think there is a printout of the sketch, you can see it later. But yeah, so this is outfits I wanted to use for that, and it needs to go this way. Oh, this is a drawing I cut. I can't remember why I cut it though, but it was a doodle. I have a print or a scan of it. This was when I developed my Buster Monogatari AU thing for Bokura no Monogatari, where I made them all into magical girls and magical boys. And Yoru's powers are ice-based, and Tsukino and Haruka have water and wind powers. So what I decided to do was that all the boys have sort of sub powers to the girls. So he can use, like, the characters have wands, just like the Sailor Moon characters, sort of. And he can use either Tsukino's or Haruka's wand. I've only drawn him using Tsukino's wand though, and he gets her outfit. In their defense, their outfits aren't that different, actually. I think there's more stuff on them there. But yeah, so I drew him wearing Tsukino's magical girl outfit. Oh yeah, here are the super prelims. She looks so Sailor Moon-y. But yeah, here you can see I was developing the quad. Let's talk about that later. But yeah, so I made these outfits. I have more here. I did a lot of this work on my iPad. Here are the boys' outfits. So basically the same standard. I just changed sort of the cut of their shirt, the shape of their pants. Kazu has iron, Epsilon has lightning, Tsubasa has wood, and then Yoru has ice. Yeah. And then here is more work on the girl uniform. I was really into the sort of cut jeans design. It was really fun. I wanted a more, I guess, casual modern look to it. Here is more. I was having really fun with this. Here I was starting to pick out pieces of the different designs that I wanted to use. So like I wanted the choker, I wanted the glove, and I wanted the belt. There is the wand. Here was their hair and jewelry design, because I had specific jewelry for all of them. So, let's see. Oh yeah, I've done them in pairs. So front view of Tsubasa and Epsilon, side view Tsubasa Epsilon. I didn't do a lot with their hair, just a tiny bit to make them look different from their usual design. Kazu and Yoru. I gave Kazu a high ponytail and turned out so cute. And then Kazu and Yoru from the side too. Oh yeah, initially they had different symbols from the girls, but in the end I decided to combine the girl symbols and make the boy symbols out of that. Here's one for the girls. I was very quick to decide on the girls. So, Tsukino, Mayura, Haruka, and Sigma. And here's the quad more properly. Elemental quad. Elemental quad. Yes. Oh yeah, speak no evil, see no evil, hear no evil, do no evil. Because there is a fourth one. It's not just those three, there is a fourth one. Of those monkeys, you know. So I kind of wanted to do I don't know, a piece based on that, but I never got around to it. We're still in 2014. Some drawings of future Sigma and Epsilon. I was thinking they'd upgrade or modify their tattoos at some point, because they only have that tiny bit. And they will, I just haven't quite decided what they will do. I really like this. This is super cute. I'm not sure why Mayura is so much shorter than Tsukino, because she's actually taller. What else do we have here? More adult characters. Yoru, Sigma, random stuff. More adult characters. Young Tsubasa, young Epsilon, young Mayura, and then Tsubasa in his 20s, Epsilon in his 20s. Character symbols that I've been using forever. Cute doodle of Sigma and Epsilon. This was a prelim for an oil painting I did. I wonder where it is. It's either in my closet or it's on top of one of the cupboards downstairs. I should show you some of my... I haven't shown you the stuff I've done during my art course. Not a lot of it anyway. You've seen sketches, but you haven't seen the final piece. I could do that. I could do that and talk about my art course experience. Oh, now I know what this is. This is a charcoal drawing of Tsukino with short hair, which is why it's folded up, because I don't want it to charcoal all over my other stuff. Here it is. I printed this in 2015, but this is the final piece. You saw those outfit designs earlier. This is what I was going to use those for. And way back in 2007 to 2009, I did a piece where I dressed my characters in fancy clothing and put them in a line and colored them in rainbow. So we're now in 2016, the last few drawings. Oh god. Posca marker and aquarelle. I really like how smooth the Posca marker is on the watercolor paper. And you just heard me say aquarelle. Watercolor in Swedish is tempera. So I have trouble saying watercolor to aquarelles, because aquarelle is watercolor in Swedish. God, the proportions are off. I don't know what it is. It's like her fringe is sitting too high on her head or something. It's cute. Oh god, look at this. It's so bad. Look at this. Look at the space between her eyes. Oh gosh. Oh boy. That's scary. I was thinking about making a Patreon. I never got around to it. Inktober. Tiny drawing of Tsukino using watercolor pencils, I think? Yeah, watercolor pencils. I still don't know how I managed to do that background. I cannot remember. Epsilon using Stabilo felt tips. Those pen 68. And I think this one is a Myra, same pens. Oh, another drawing where the eyes are so far apart. It's so pale too. It's that light blue color, and no, it fades so quickly. One marker challenge. Looks pretty bad. And last drawing I have here is one from 2016, and it's the 3 marker challenge. I did this during a doodle vlog. So yeah, those were all my drawings from 2013 to 2016. Either way, I'm glad I'm drawing so much. I'm glad I'm drawing as much as I do now. Makes me really happy. And I hope this has inspired you a little. Thank you so much for watching this very last old sketchbook tour. Now there are no more of these. Might maybe do some kind of digital art showcase thing, because I have a lot of these things that are finished. So you can see how I started, because I started as a digital artist. Now I'm pretty much a mix between the two. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. Please do, if you haven't, take a moment to subscribe, hit that button, join in for more fun art videos. As I've said a couple of times, I'm giving away some Spectrum Noir markers soon, so if you want to get your hands on those, subscribe. Until next time, bye-bye!